We'll start off with the day one outlook. We have an enhanced risk of severe weather for stretching from northern Louisiana all the way up into the Indianapolis area. I think we can see QLCS, which so a squall line, whatever you want to call it, move through the area, bringing some damaging winds, the threat for tornadoes, and more. We also have an enhanced risk of severe weather for much of the East Coast. We don't know the main threats yet, but I do think the main threat will be damaging winds, a few tornadoes, and maybe some very small hail. So this is the day two outlook. So we got an enhanced risk of severe weather stretching from much of northern Louisiana all the way up into places like Indianapolis. This does include Indianapolis, Shreveport, Jackson, Mississippi, Little Rock, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. This does include Clarksville, Tennessee, Jonesboro, Arkansas. It also includes Louisville, Evansville, Bloomington. So we have a chance for possibly strong and intense tornadoes to form, especially ahead of the line. We could see some discrete supercells start to form ahead of the line, and also we can see some of those tornadoes embedded in this QLCS. So if you live in that yellow outlined area, make sure you are weather aware. Make sure you have multiple ways to receive alerts and all that. And it also, you need to do the same thing if you live from Pensacola, Atlanta, Knoxville, Nashville, all the way up to Indianapolis, Little Rock, and all those areas where we have a 5% tornado risk. So treat this like a 10% risk. We still have the threat for strong, intense tornadoes possible. It's just a little, lower threat, but still, if you live anywhere from Indianapolis all the way down into the Pensacola, Florida area, be weather aware. And then the wind threat will be the highest. We have a 45% hatched area for high winds stretching from northern Mississippi all the way up into southern Indiana. So this is a very significant risk for very strong, damaging winds. You can see a few tornadoes embedded in this line, so make sure you're weather aware. I will post more updates tomorrow and all that. We also have a 15% hail risk. I think the hail risk is fairly low for most of these areas, but we do have a 15% hatched area for hail for much of the Shreveport area, northern Louisiana, parts of southern Little Rock, all the way up into the Memphis area, and then we have another one for most of the area just north of Pensacola. And then we have an enhanced risk of severe weather for much of the East Coast. This does include Washington, D.C., Virginia Beach. So, this is a very populated area. It includes Columbia, Charleston, Raleigh, Fayetteville, all those areas on the East Coast. So make sure you're ready for that. This is the overall severe risk. We have a 45% SIG level 1 hatched area for the overall severe weather threat. So we will see more, details on this tomorrow. But it looks like all threats are on the table except for hail. I don't think we'll see a very high hail threat. So let's take a look at the HRRR model. I'm going to slide the animation slider. We have some severe weather starting to form. Looks like around, this is noon. We can see some stronger thunderstorms start to form, and they're definitely looks like they're trying to organize, and then it'll turn into more of a stronger line of severe thunderstorms. And we have a lot of wind shear, so we can see embedded tornadoes, especially with some possible supercell thunderstorms forming out in front of the line. These are discrete supercell thunderstorms, so I will probably post an update tomorrow. I'm going to slide the animation slider. It looks like it'll be its strongest around 10 p.m. on Sunday night. It looks like we'll have a huge line of severe thunderstorms. And the crazy thing is, I'm going to change it. The crazy thing is, there is a slight risk of severe weather all the way up into the Detroit area. If we slide the animation slider, we can see some very heavy snow up there, like right after. So this is going to be a very crazy, possibly historic storm. So make sure you guys like and subscribe with the notification bell on. Looks like the storm will kind of weaken over, in the overnight hours. This is 5 a.m. We will have some showers out there in the New York, Boston, and all those areas. I'm going to slide the animation slider. It looks like it's possible that we can see some discrete supercell thunderstorms to start to form in the enhanced risk area. We also have a line of thunderstorms coming in with some snow right behind it. So I'm going to slide the animation slider a little more. Here we go. And then it looks like the main line will hit. This will be a little messier, but we still could see some of those supercell thunderstorms in the front. I think this could be the highest threat for severe weather. And like I said, it's probably not going to be very messy. It's probably, we can see some discrete supercells to start to form, but I think the main line will hit most of the enhanced risk area around 1 p.m. on Monday. Again, 1 p.m. on Monday. And at the same time, we will still see some supercell thunderstorms around the Virginia Beach area. I'm going to slide the animation slider. It looks like we can see some snow, some very heavy snow move through the Pittsburgh area. So this is going to be a snow and severe weather threat. So if you live anywhere in this circled area, you need to stay weather aware. Make sure to have multiple ways to receive warnings. I'm going to include Florida. So make sure you have multiple ways to get warnings, receive warnings. Make sure to stay weather aware, and make sure to like and subscribe for more updates with the notification bell on. So now that we're done talking about all the severe weather, let's take more look at this snow. Then we'll look at more temperatures. So we're going to have very heavy snow move through the northern United States. This includes northern Iowa, where we can see some ice, southern Minnesota, and places like Wisconsin and Michigan. I'm going to slide the animation slider. It looks like we can see a band of extremely, very heavy snow over here dropping around 3 to 4 inches an hour. Yeah, 3 to 4 inches an hour, so that's absolutely insane. It's going to be snowing for about a day over here, and then we can see some of that snow back behind this main line like I talked about earlier. So that's about it for the HRRR model. Now we're going to look at all the alerts and all that. So we have a blizzard warning, which is outlined in the orange, and then we have a winter storm warning surrounding that, which is outlined in the pink. So we're going to have some very strong winds move through and some very heavy snow, so make sure you're ready for all that. So if you live anywhere in the orange outlined area or the pink outlined area, make sure you're weather aware. So let's take a look at some of the temperatures. It's relatively warm over the southern and central United States, but after this cold front sweeps in, we're going to see some very cold weather move into the central United States. I'm going to turn on some real quick. Alright, so it looks like places like southern Missouri around 18 degrees on Monday morning. It looks like all the way down to Houston, Texas. We can see temperatures in the mid-40s, so definitely be ready for that. And it's going to be, very cold up there in the northern United States. So, up there in the far northern United States, temperatures like around -10. So definitely be ready for that. You can see dangerously cold temperatures, and wind chills will be even colder. I'm going to slide the animation slider. After it gets real cold, we'll see some very cold weather stick around for a while. And then a possibly historical heat wave will come in and bring extremely warm temperatures to much of the southern and central United States. We'll just slide the animation slider. Look, this is Saturday, the 21st, around the late afternoon to the evening hours. This is very far out in the future, so it's hard to tell exactly what's going to happen, but this kind of just gives us an idea. So it looks like southern Missouri around 80 degrees, most of Kansas in the lower 90s, parts of northern Texas are in the mid-90s, so we're going to see some record-breaking temperatures across much of the Midwest. And then the snow amounts for this winter storm, I think for the Wisconsin area, we can see up to 30 inches, 30 inches, maybe around like 25 to 30 inches, so definitely be ready for that. And then places like northern Iowa, or all of Iowa, maybe around a foot to 2 feet. So travel will be very dangerous, so make sure you stay off the roads. Once again, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates, and thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, that's about it.